What's up, familia? Good evening, Nick Nation. How y'all doing? I wanted to come on here tonight and share some updated news with you guys. Salute to Nick Nation, the familia. You're here with Juby the Tubi on Family Above Everything. Welcome. It is November 29th, 2021. And if you haven't heard, if you've been sleeping under a rock, big changes happen today, excuse me. It looks like me and Zenray from Zenray Sports TV spoken into the universe, spoken into the light, because what we knew was the inevitable. It's happened, ladies and gentlemen. The guy sitting to my right here, behind me, on this side, to my left, Kemba Walker, is officially out of the Knicks rotation. So we better get used to seeing him like that in street clothes, possibly. Because if you guys haven't read some of the articles today, Tom Thibodeau has decided to make a change to the Knicks starting lineup, and he's decided to implement Alex Burke into the starting lineup, which we knew was going to happen. Listen, Kemba Walker got signed to us for a 2-year deal. Got him on a cheap end. He's a 6-foot scoring guard out of the Bronx, New York prospect. Once upon a time, before his injuries, was a great contributor, great scorer, but he's a shell of what he once was, unfortunately. Not saying that he can't produce for us, that he can't score anything, but like I said, Tom Thibodeau decided enough is enough. 19 games in, he has made the switch. Alex Burke is our official New York Knicks starting point guard. So I just wanted to come on here tonight. You know, my partner Zenray from Zenray Sports TV is actually working this evening. So I wanted to come on here and share some light with you guys and keep you guys up to date. Not saying that we're not going to do anything tomorrow. We might either do a pregame to the Knicks and Brooklyn Nets, or we might do a postgame Wednesday morning. Send Knox to the G League and bring up Luke. I agree with you, Dragon, 100%, man. Knox is crazy, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to the Nick Nation. Appreciate you stopping by and showing some love. But listen, Kemba Walker's days are done. I mean, the guy is gonna take a step back, maybe mentor some of the young guys. Maybe we'll bring him in on spotty minutes when we need a couple of baskets in. But against the Atlanta Hawks, Alex Burke looked phenomenal. Kemba Walker right now for the season is averaging only 11.7 points a game, shooting 42%, but is only averaging 3 assists. But the problem with Kemba Walker is his defense. Let's be honest. He's a 6-foot guard who can't keep up with any other point guards because they're bigger than him. So everybody is kind of walking all over him, and we've seen that. 19 games into the season, and we've seen Kemba Walker's game a shadow of what it once was. I have nothing against Knox, but yeah, man, listen, Kevin Knox is a young guy. He needs to go somewhere where I think he can prosper, and he's going to bring minutes. He's still a very talented young kid. There's just no room for him over here. So Kevin Knox definitely, maybe the Detroit Pistons, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Orlando Magics might be a home for him. Somewhere like that, Kevin Knox, we should definitely look to trade him for some second rounders or something, maybe for another big, just to prove ourselves, since Noel has been on the injured list more than he's played this season. But like I said, Kemba Walker is, 31 years old, 6-foot guard. He got the keys to the city. In 19 games, it's just not cutting it. He's, like I said, he's averaging 11 points, only two rebounds, and 3.1 assists, and he just can't keep up with the other big guards. Alex Burke, on the other hand, is only 30 years old, averaging just under 11 points a game, but less minutes, shooting 45% from three-point range and 42% from field goal, and is averaging 2 assists a game. And he's 6'6". He's a big guard. I thought they would send him to the G League. That would only bring whatever word you have left down. Salute to Jerome Dragon for being in the chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, listen, everybody should get a chance, if they're not playing, to go to the G League just so they can keep their their cardio up, and they can still have some game, because just sitting on the bench, you're gonna end up looking like this guy right here. Because I doubt Kemba Walker is gonna be playing much. Maybe he'll play now until Derrick Rose comes back, but with Alex Burke, Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, McBride, I just don't see Kemba Walker getting any minutes. Do you think Tibbs had to get the front office okay to make this move? Listen, honestly, I think he probably mentioned it to them, but I think the organization has their full confidence in Tibbs, and right now this is Tibbs' team. Whatever Tibbs wants, Tibbs is going to get. Tibbs wanted Derrick Rose, Tibbs wanted Taj Gibson, and guess what? That's what Tibbs is doing, and that's what Tibbs gets. That's why we brought him here. We're not the same team that we were last season, guys. Let's be honest. Defensively, we were one of the best teams last season. This season, we're a shell of what we once were. Maybe incorporating Alex Burke into that lineup, we held Atlanta to 90 points, and Atlanta for the season is averaging 120, and we only let them score 90. And he held one of the best scoring bench guards in the NBA, Lou Williams, to I think 12, 13 points, and not in the fourth quarter, and that's because of one of the young rookies who played against him. So listen, at Alex Burke, of course, you got to make some changes. Things need to happen. We're just not cutting it. Luckily, the East is really broad right now, and it's not crazy. Where you have teams that are like Milwaukee, who's fighting for the 6th and 7th spot right now. Well, we all know that Milwaukee is a better on paper than that, and play better team than that. So eventually, you got to make changes to start moving forward. And I think Tom Thibodeau decided enough is enough. He's given Kemba Walker and the starting lineup time to gel, and it's just not working. Let's just be honest with you. Julius Randle's numbers are down. Evan Fournier has quietly, behind closed doors, stressed the fact that he's not being involved in the rotation and in the offense too much. RJ Barrett has been unhappy. Hasn't publicly announced it, but you can just see it in his body language. He likes to play with the second unit instead of the first unit. So injecting Alex Burke into the starting lineup, what does that mean? You get a defensive guard, somebody who can shoot the three, who can open up the space for Julius Randle and then the other guys. And you also, you get somebody who's a great defender. The only problem I have now is, what do you do on the bench? That means that you're going to have to incorporate McBride or the other guy to get some minutes, because now somebody needs to take Alex Burke's minutes in the bench. So we'll see. Jericho Sims played some minutes the other night. Did phenomenal, like I mentioned on my other show. So tomorrow night is going to be a big test. It's only going to be the first game with officially Alex Burke as our starting point guard. Do I think more moves are going to happen during the season? I would anticipate, yeah. If Tom Thibodeau doesn't like what he sees, you better believe it. He's going to give it maybe another 10, 15 games. And if things are not where he wants it, he'll make another change. And that next change is probably going to be Evan Fournier, or maybe even a trade by the trade deadline. So we'll only see. It's still not early, but it's still kind of neat. We still got a lot of games to go. But I'm glad they're making this change now. I feel bad for Kemba Walker because, like I said, he's from New York. He's from the Bronx. Homegrown kid. Really talented. I watched him over the years. I was really excited when we picked him up as a free agent. I didn't think this was going to happen to him, to be honest with you. I thought this was going to work. But, things happen. That's what happens with age. You got to make room for the young guys. You know what I mean? I think Sims should get more minutes also. Yeah, Jericho Sims played phenomenally the other night, man. Jericho Sims, about a week ago, me and my partner were talking about him, saying that he's not NBA ready. He should go to the G League. He's really raw. But the other night against the Hawks, he looked like a total different player. I was just like, wow, like this guy looks like he's NBA ready now. Is Noel and Taj ready for play tomorrow? I doubt it, man. I know that Noel has been up and down with the injuries this season. And Taj is still, I believe, out, unfortunately. And so is Derrick Rose. So we're going to have Alex Burke as our starting point guard. And we're going to have Emmanuel Quickly coming off the bench. And maybe some McBride coming in, to come in and play. And hopefully some Jericho Sims sighting as well. And let's not forget my guy, Obi Toppin. The man that I've been dying for them to let loose all season has been playing great. I love Obi Toppin. That is the future forward. I think is it not Kemba getting them down, but you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. Like I said, it's a business. Us as fans, we want to see the Knicks do good. We don't want to see them get on a losing streak. We don't want to go back to our old ways. And, things were just not working out. Like, we kept coming up with excuses and saying it's early, give them time to gel. And, players are hurt. We gave every excuse in the book. But at the end of the day, it's a business. It's about money. It's about putting a product out on the floor. And, Kemba Walker just wasn't cutting it. Like I said, it may not just be Kemba Walker, guys. Evan Fournier, as much as he's been doing okay here and there, we'll see what happens with him too. We know Obi will be getting more minutes here. Obi Toppin, man, let me tell you, that guy, I've been fighting for that guy all season. If Coach Tibbs can hear me, I always prayed that he watches one of my shows and come across it. And I always said, free my man Obi, because that 14 minutes to 12 minutes is just not cutting it. The other night, same thing. He was having a great night, and he took him out with like 6 minutes to go in the game. I question some of these coaching substitutions he does, especially when players are hot, like Obi Toppin. But I know he had a little bit of an injury on his arm, so he probably wanted to play it safe. But you're absolutely right. It's about winning. To play in New York, you got to have a swag. You got to have heart. You got to play with energy. That bench is playing it right now, but Kemba Walker just was not doing it, man. Like I said, I'm looking over his numbers right here. You got 9 points, 8 points, 5 points, 14 points. He's just all over the place. And the most assists that he's had all season, and this is your starting point guard, is 4. That's crazy. You're supposed to be the starting point guard, the ball facilitator, the man who runs the offense, and you average 4. The most you had in a game this season is 4 assists. That's just, it baffles me. Like I said, it's just unbelievable, man. But yeah, like I said, he had 5 assists, 1 more than what I said. Last year I was calling him Obi Brick, Kenobi, but he surely turned it around. Most improved player on the roster. Yeah, definitely, man. Don't forget about your boy Emmanuel Quickly, man. Emmanuel Quickly, I know he started off the season a little bit slow, but Emmanuel Quickly is a total different player from last season. That can possibly be our future starting point guard. You never know. The kid is only getting better. You saw him play the point guard role the other day, and he had only, I think, 1 turnover and like 5 assists. So the team, there's a reason that second unit is playing the way they're playing. And, I can't wait for Derrick Rose to get back. I love Derrick Rose. For me, Derrick Rose should be the starting point guard. I know that everybody Alex Burke is doing what he's doing right now, but Derrick Rose is the man. He's the captain. I think a Derrick Rose in the lineup and maybe followed by Alex Burke would have been the way to go. But Derrick Rose is hurt right now, and Alex Burke is showing up. He's doing what he got to do. He's playing defense, is what Tibbs likes. He likes a defensive effort from all his players. You play defense, bottom line, you're playing. You don't play no defense, you're not playing. Hence why Kevin Knox gets no minutes. Yeah, I can see IQ and Sims and Obi Toppin being the Knicks' future starters. Julius Randle is only, I think he turned 28 today, so he's still got a few more years in him. But you never know what's gonna happen, man. It's a business. Who would have thought Carmelo Anthony was never gonna retire as a Knick here? I know I did, and I thought Carmelo was gonna be retired a Knick. His number was gonna go in the Raptors, and it just comes to show you when your time is up, when you no longer need it. It's a business, and they move on and they bring in the new. And right now, we got our prospects. They're looking good. Let's not trade them. The only one that I would consider trading for a piece, in my opinion, you guys may not like this, only one I would consider trading would be like a Mitchell Robinson right now. And that's to get me something like a Damian Lillard or another, bona fide player. But other than that, I'm comfortable where we are. We just need to play more defense. We need to play with a more heart. We need some more guys in the chat. Where are they? Yeah, listen, it was an unexpected chat. I didn't really promote it. So I just wanted to come in. I had to come on here and talk to you guys because I've been reading this stuff all day, and I just wasn't in my right state of mind earlier to come on. But as soon as I got my head right and sat down and had some dinner and relaxed, I was like, you know what? Let me get on here and inform my viewers, inform the chat on what it's like, what's going on right now in the Knick universe, and I'm excited for Brooklyn tomorrow night, man. Brooklyn's gonna, yes, son. I don't know. I'm busy right now. There's one of the future Knicks, hopefully, right there. But hopefully, guys, like I said, hopefully we got Brooklyn tomorrow night. We go into the Barclays Center tomorrow, I believe, and hopefully we play a good game, and we come out on top, man. Even if we don't win, as long as we show heart and play defense and keep it close, I'm happy. Of course, I want that W because that's all I want is orange and blue skies. But I understand it's a learning process. But I think if we played the way we played Atlanta last night, I think we can come away with a victory. I didn't want to say anything about Mitch, but I would trade him in a heartbeat for the right player. Listen, I spoke about him all season, man. Even before the season started, me and my partner Zenry were going back and forth. And I was telling him that I would trade Mitchell Robinson and maybe, another piece. At that time, I was saying Alex Burke, but now I really wouldn't touch Alex Burke. But, for Karl Anthony Towns, a Damian Dot, I would love Damian Dot here. But, it's a business. You got to give to receive. And, my untouchables is RJ Barrett. I know he's not having a great last couple of games. But believe me, what I tell you guys, I've been around this for a very long time, and I seen Dwayne Wade get drafted by the Miami Heat when Dwayne Wade was a nobody. Dwayne Wade could not shoot. All he could do is drive the ball and not hit no jump shot. And look at the career Dwayne Wade had. So, okay, good job, son. So you better believe it.
It's juice.
Okay, puppy, let me finish. You better believe it. RJ Barrett is going to be the next Dwayne Wade. I could honestly see that's who I base his game on, because right now RJ Barrett is a good driver, spotty shooter, and that's exactly the way Dwayne Wade was. So, like I said, my untouchables, RJ Barrett, number 1, Obi Toppin, number 2, and Julius Randle. It's a tough one, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. If Portland called me today and told me, give me Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson and a future draft pick for Damian Lillard, 100% me, I would do it. Because then I would give the keys to RJ Barrett and Damian Lillard and Obi Toppin and say, go to town. And I think we will be just fine. But Mitch, he's been saying he put on some weight this year. He looks solid. He looks good. But, he reminds me of Marcus Camby. Not body-wise, but, when the guy is in, he does what he does. We like him. We love him. But he just can't seem to stay on the court. He can't seem to stay healthy. It's either an ankle or a leg or an arm or a shoulder. It's always something with Mitchell Robinson. So, hopefully that's just the way it is right now, and eventually he'll be more, not hurt in the season. You have more faith in RJ than I do, but I still have taken him. Would still have taken him over Zion. Listen, Zion right now is just a heavy guy. He's out of shape, but Zion is Zion. Zion's gonna be a free agent in a couple of years. And don't get it wrong, if the doors are open, if Zion's available, I'll take Zion. He got to lose a little bit of weight because he's a big dude right now. I love big dudes. I'm a big dude myself. But to run up and down the court and to play that fast-paced basketball, you got to be in shape. And Zion right now, looking at him on the sideline, looks like he put on about 20, 25 pounds. And not of muscle either. It looks like more of Thanksgiving food. But that's another story. And those are really my untouchables, guys. The young guys I wouldn't give away. And RJ Barrett and Obi, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? But we got to play with what we got. Whatever's in front of us, we got to move forward with. And right now, Alex Burke got the key to the city with Julius Randle, RJ, and Fournier, and Mitchell Robinson, when he's available, is going to be our starting lineup. And then the young kids. Unless Zion takes care of himself, he isn't going to last long. He's not. You know what I mean? He definitely, he reminds me of Charles Barkley a little bit. Charles Barkley was a big guy, has some weight issues, but then he lost some weight and he was able to last. So it all depends on if he changes his diet and his physicality. But how would that affect his game? I mean, do you think if he loses 40 pounds, do you think his game will be better? Or do you think his game will be worse? It's tough because he's a big man inside who likes to dunk and likes to overpower people. I'm not sure if he's a quick running, 3-and-D kind of player. So it's a scary situation for him, for Zion Williams. So we'll see, man. Like I said, we got Brooklyn tomorrow night, and then we got Chicago on Thursday. The old Chicago Bulls come into town, and that's gonna be a great game as well. I'm looking for a little bit of revenge against Lonzo Ball and DeMarcus DeRozan. Hopefully we got our squad back and Derrick Rose is back in time for that game, I pray, because we need Derrick Rose, man. The Derrick Rose, even if he gives me 12, 14 points, the man is a leader, he's a facilitator, and he just brings a different aura about him on that bench and when he's in the game. I love me some Derrick Rose. But like I said, guys, I wanted to come on here, short, sweet, get to the point. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your evening. Jerome Jagan, appreciate you stopping by and showing some love, man. I really appreciate it. And if this is your first time in here, I don't think you've been in here before. But if you haven't, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for your boys. If you like what you see, please share with your friends who are Knicks fans as well, NBA fans. We don't just cover Knicks, we cover all NBA. I do some streaming as well for games and, Battlefield, COD, stuff like that. We got Brooklyn tomorrow night. They will be going down like the Titanic. Yes, sir. Let's get it. I hope so, man. I hope Kevin Durant has an off night and James Harden doesn't do anything either, man. But salute to you, man. Appreciate you stopping by, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And as always, family above everything, guys. Peace.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. We're back on track. Here we come. We get something 21, and the Knicks are on a run. And I'll tell you with
Hey, Jerome, you made me come back for you, man. I saw your message. I appreciate you, man. Definitely, like I said, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely check out, man. I do a lot of shows with my partner Zen Ray. He's working right now, so it's normally two of us, and we're going back and forth. It's kind of like yin and yang, and it's a lot of fun, man. So if you ever want to get updated on everything NBA, Knicks, games, anything, definitely check me out. All my links are in my bio for my TikTok, Instagram, and everything if you want to check out previous stuff that I've done. And yeah, man, I appreciate you showing some love, man. We got to stick together, brother. But again, appreciate you. Have a good night. As always, family above everything, guys. Peace.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. We're back on track. Here we come. We get something 21, and the Knicks are on a run. And I'll tell you with him, we have been too much to handle. With Barrett, Bullock, Burke, and Randall, it's Knicks, and we're taking back our place. Everyone's gearing up with the mask on the face. The guards going crazy, and they're doing it for a reason. 21 is the fucking season. You better believe in this got all that it takes. We shoot 3-pointers, and we're running fast breaks. If your defense makes a mistake, then bam! Robbie dunks in your face. This is a team you don't want to miss. We are New York. We are the New York Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go! Say go New York, go New York, go! Say go New York, go New York, go! You're busted. All you hear is a switch. Drive by bros and quick with the dish. And no rebounds if that's the case. We put Nerlens and ties in your face. We got a heat that'll give you fits. We are New York. We are the New York Knicks.